as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs.
They can turn right around. All right.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And incomplete to open things up. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he will have the first down here at about the 40. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Here's my plays, man. Press numbers like that.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Reached.
It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City first down.
That is play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Oh, think of these fucking bum.
The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Eluding the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost
we can't take it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing in football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Every year we spend a lot of time and money evaluating the top prospects for the NFL draft. How about when we all get fortunate and see a guy like Phillip Lindsay, an undrafted free agent who had 1,000 yards rushing his first 2 years in the NFL. Can run between the tackles, run with power, and catch the ball in the backfield.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield.
Oh, good kid.
Picked off at the 24.
He out of there on me.
Now he's free.
Fucking bum ass bacon.
This one home. It's a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender?
Yeah, bro, fucking bum ass maker.
And off he goes, off to the
Fucking
races,
faker.
and into the end zone.
His kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing moving that defensive front back. I also like what Gardner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
I like that.
He's set out there on 3rd and 1. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's stick with it.
Get up, nigga, run.
What'll be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. He finds Cook. Inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
First down, Denver.
Too big out there. You got triple team, yeah.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now it's Lindsey. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll run. It's Lindsey, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Here we go.
Here's Lindsey. He's into the end zone for a touchdown. Come on, let's go. Philip Lindsey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. From the gun, Mayfield. And this is going to be hauled in. So they get the 2-point conversion. And now they have an 8-6 lead.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this in good shape as they get it up past the 30.
32-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating.
Yes, sir.
The Broncos, it's a sack.
Get in there.
Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson. He's going to take off with it. He finds it open.
Okay, that motherfucker's fast. I ain't gonna lie, man.
I mean, what more can you
God
say
damn,
about
that nigga fast.
Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but you know, if you wanted proof of
Here
his
we go,
straight
yeah.
line speed, look no further. That It's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things.
Oh, who is that? Who the fuck is that? Oh, Julio Jones? Fuck that big ass nigga, man. That nigga's a big bitch. Oh God, Harrison Smith bounced right off the nigga. He an X Factor. He's serious. These kicks, bro.
He just takes it and goes.
Just booted
into the end zone. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Oh, good looking on that subscription. I think that gets me to 52.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey.
Damn, not just too much,
up past the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a carry for Lindsey.
Oh,
he's going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So certainly an interesting call there.
What the fuck is a 10-0? That was a 4th down? I didn't even know.
Excellent field position.
I know I had it. I just didn't know that was 4th down, bro. What?
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And throw right side complete to Parker.
Oh, my nigga was right there.
He crosses over out of bounds. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Alright, come on, man. I know we're right here about to happen.
Here's Mostert. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Here's Mostert. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line.
And Donald got to him quick.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
They'll run with Mostert.
Oh my god. That was a good dude.
Kansas City. Raheem Mostert with touchdown
We
number
up
7
here.
on the year. And the Chiefs are able
11.
to extend their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the 2nd half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. they got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Broncos take over 1st and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to...
Oh,
That's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Xavier Howard. And these guys have got it back at the closing
Baker
stages of the
Mayfield
first half.
trash, dog. How do I sub him out? Yeah? Yeah. I'm just waiting on him to suck it in.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half.
I forgot to tell you that Kaepernick went out too when I upgraded players.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Second half starts with a run by Lindsey. Space to maneuver. And off he goes. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points.
Oh, my
God. What made it so impressive to me was how he improvised along the way. Sometimes on a big play, you just get the football and you take off in a straight line and go. But this time, how about the artistry of that play? That looked a little bit
I like Kaepernick.
to me.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches.
Yeah, I like
why
Kaepernick.
they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
I gotta get the stop right here. It's all or nothing.
Ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Parker, left side.
That was a good pass.
On the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
His lineman is nice. He got his new lineman.
Across midfield, it's 1st and 10 from the 45. They go play action now. Jackson Looking left side, and he's got
Damn, turn around, you dumbass bot. You can intercept that. God damn, dumbass bot.
Same well, this time for 17 yards.
So good. We coming, so you better do something spectacular.
Now Jackson. Flush to his right.
Uh-oh. Bye-bye. Fuck!
You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Yes, sir.
By one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
Wait, who got the penalty? He did, right?
Down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Lindsey. They'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick.
Oh, my God.
Throw, but incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Kaepernick. And it is incomplete.
What?
Boy, a curious decision to go for it.
Oh, my goodness.
Football back in excellent field position.
That's trash. Jimmy, say that wasn't garbage, bro.
Now Jackson on 1st down. He'll run it. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. About 3 yards there to the 27. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And now this pass brought in by Brown. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Marty, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
He's brought down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough...
Oh, nobody gonna tackle this shit?
Somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision.
Oh my God, that's an fucking interception, man.
It's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter.
That's good.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
16.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to
God damn it, bro. That nigga throws that
First down
bad.
about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs.
Come the fuck on, bruh. He midair and he don't lose the ball. Okay.
Able to improvise and get the first.
That's crazy. He trying to waste all the time too.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. It's picked up by the Broncos. He's at the 50, the 40, 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Demario Davis there on the stop.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsay with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2. Now Kaepernick operating on the bootleg. That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Oh, no, he lost the football. That for only a couple. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing...
We got so lucky right now.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Throwing now is Jackson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down.
Wow.
The escapability in evidence there as that will be for 15 in the first. And Brandon,
This motherfucker is fast, bro.
He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got him on the
Damn, he's so fast. Oh, he got X right there.
With the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
Oh my. Fuck.
10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself.
Come on, big bitch. I don't want you to tackle me.
Just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 7.
Oh my God, stop wasting time. Call the play, you fucking bot. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro. Look at that fucking bot. That's crazy, bro. I can't even call the fucking timeout.
So
That's
this
trash.
one in the win column for Kansas City. And you've got to say, CD, it was the
That is
defense
the
who
most
had a
trashiest loss I've ever took, bro.
When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you
This nigga ran the timeout, focus.
That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. He talked about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be
That's crazy, bro.
So for Kansas City, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL.